Hey, Collective. This is God's Child. We got to start this reading over. I have a teenage daughter who's 18, and she kept interrupting me during this reading. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just start it all over again. We started off with Birkenham, which is family. Okay? Birkenham means family, and this family wants to let go. Okay? They want to let go of a situation. Okay? Because they couldn't make a decision. Decision was in reverse. They couldn't make a decision, and you didn't lose yourself. You found the version you were supposed to be. So this woman found herself. She had to let go of her family. She couldn't make a decision. Okay. She wasn't holding back. She wasn't going towards nobody. She wasn't being indecisive, and she was not procrastinating. Okay? But she has her boxes and her stuff, and she's out. So it could be a male too. Okay? Genders doesn't matter. I already called in Archangel Michael to protect my reader and my collective. Okay? I hope everybody's doing divinely well. Okay, on your journey. I hope you've been grounding yourself, going outside, putting your feet in the dirt. Okay, stay prayed up. Okay, but let's get on with this reading. So we have this family member who's packing up and moving on. Okay, she found a piece of herself that she's been missing. She found a piece of herself that she was missing once she let go of this family. Now, she made movements. She moved, but she stayed in the present. She stayed in the present moment by moving. But see, there's an uphill battle and there's strings attached to the situation. Okay? But in turn, she had to release the situation. Okay, because she didn't want to go through this uphill battle right here with strings attached. And then we have, you weren't addicted to them. They were addicted to the drama. Okay, so she let go of this family member, or he, because they wasn't addicted to their situation. They was addicted to a lot of drama. And it looks like this woman didn't want to be part of the drama. She wanted to put herself together and move on and release the situation. Okay? So we got movement, which is Ifwas. Okay, and we have this individual here. You weren't addicted to them. You were addicted to the drama. So this person here has a lot of noose around their neck. Like they got a lot of attachments or struggles, or they're being choked out by too many energies. Yeah, but then again, it looks like something's coming at this person. Yeah, look at this person. Oops, sorry, collective. Look at this person. Don't it look like something like energy is just got them all confused? Okay, so this person made movement who was addicted to drama. They didn't want to stay in the present moment. Okay, and we know that's important. Okay, you didn't lose yourself. You found the version you were supposed to be. So like I said, this woman or man put themselves back together, released the situation, and moved on. Now, around winter, something happened. Around winter, someone's status, Isa means status. Someone's status was interrupted. What you call intense was just you being real. So this person called out this drama starter because they wanted some status. So she called out the drama starter, and this drama starter thought that they was going to restore a situation. Okay, but I don't think this person wanted to restore the situation because we have someone who wants revenge for someone having an awakening. So it's kind of strange, collective, that someone would want revenge because another person awoken. Grand rising, right? Yes. Okay, so your past isn't ugly. It decorates with lessons. It's decorated with lessons. So it was a comic lesson we had to learn. A whole bunch of individuals in this scenario, because as you can see on this card here, there's a lot of people here. So this person tried to bring another person into some drama, which they wasn't having it. So they released the situation. Where we at? Yeah, look, release. So they released the situation because they didn't want to be part of no drama. Okay, so they released it. But look, someone's searching, looking online for you. Yeah, they could be hacking, trying to find out some information on you. It was someone you was in a union with. So it could be your ex. So your ex is looking you up. It looks like they want to get back in a reunion with you. Rekindling, coming back together, second chance, rebuilding, collective. Okay. We're going to find out with some tarot what's going on. Okay, now it's time to pull out the stops and see what's happening. Okay. We're going to use the Rider-Waite deck for this. See what's going on. So we have this family member who wants to let go and move on. They used to be in a union, but they made some movements because something didn't work out. Somebody wanted to be in some type of drama. And my girl said, no, y'all are fake. I don't want to be part of that. It could have happened around wintertime, okay? Now, we got a whole family who's looking for some status, okay? So to me, it seems like there's a bunch of attention seekers. Okay, let's find out what's going on, collective. All right, tell us about Birkenau. What's going on with this family? Who needs to let go and who couldn't make a decision? What's going on with that? Okay, so we have the star here. We have the star, so somebody had hope. The Queen of Wands, somebody sexy, successful, single, boss lady. Okay, so this star healed. The Queen of Wands, she's healed. Okay, and this King of Cups is in his emotions about her making this move. Okay, he was a drama starter. So something happened around winter. What happened around winter? So this star, she healed the Queen of Wands, and now this King of Cups is in his emotions and want revenge because she moved on. Okay, it's an uphill battle for him, but she found a piece of herself, and honey, she bossed up. Okay, your past isn't ugly. It's decorated with lessons. Y'all heard that music going by? Confirmation. Okay, here we go. Okay, so he is in his emotions. He got a message. Okay, a message came in. Okay, so this King of Cups is in his emotions. He wants revenge on this woman for going through awakening. At the bottom, we have the Five of Cups. He's in regrets about the situation. Okay, what happened in the union? What happened? What happened in this union with this Queen of Wands? And why is the King of Cups in regret? Because of her strength. Because she was a strong woman. Okay, but why is he in regret? He got a message. Look at here. We have the Star. Okay, and this card's not supposed to be in this deck. This is the Egyptian deck. Okay, we have the Star here. Okay. Look like Divine Feminine. So he's in regret because Divine Feminine chose herself. She found a piece of herself and she's happy. Okay, she figured like this was just the lesson. Okay, your past isn't ugly. It's decorated with lessons. Yeah, and then she went through awakening. So we have the 10 of coins in reverse. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. So this family is falling apart. They was part of a group, okay? Or this family's falling apart and someone's getting out of a marriage, okay? We're going to put these back, collective. Okay, so someone's feeling left out in the cold. They got a message about the Queen of Wands healing. Now he's in his emotions, this King of Cups, because he wants to be a drama starter. Okay, the obstacle is that this Queen of Wands is a high priestess. So the obstacle is that she's a high priestess and she saw this shit coming. That's the obstacle. She saw it coming. She saw the drama coming with this family. Okay. Who she had a falling out with or friends. Okay. And they was a part of a cult. Okay. Or this family that she fell out with, okay, was part of this group, a cult. Yeah. The family was part of something that was dark. Okay. A dark cult. Yeah. Someone didn't tell the truth. The Knight of Wands. Now, we know the Knight of Wands. He's like young, spontaneous. He be in and out, okay, of relationships. That's why she had to release him. At the bottom, we have communication. So he communicated, this Knight of Wands. Someone didn't tell the truth to him. So he communicated that he wasn't investing, okay, into the Queen of Cups. Yep. He said he wasn't going to invest in her. He was going to juggle her. Yeah. So he had a pre-plan already. He had a pre-plan to come in, okay, start some drama, okay. He was going to put obstacles in her way so she couldn't make movements. Okay, and where is that card, collective? Where is that card? Okay, where we saw something coming down. Here it is. Yeah, we saw something coming down. So it looked, we're going to find out what was this? And why is these nooses with all these rings around this person's neck? Something ended. Okay, because he wanted to juggle her. Tell us why. What is this card for? You weren't addicted to them, but they were addicted to drama. Give us one for that, Holy Spirit. Yeah, a toxic couple. So we have these lovers that wanted to team up and come against this Queen of Wands who was healing and going through a rebirth. Okay, we have this couple who want to start drama. They wanted the status. They got a message that they would be left out in the cold if they came for her. Okay, so she had to let these people go because they was working in the dark arts. They wanted to juggle her. Okay, but she ended it. They didn't tell the truth. They was in and out. They communicated that they didn't invest in the Queen of Cups. So, and she's a loving, caring person. They didn't invest. It was the King of Pentacles. Yeah. They didn't invest in her. But she could have turned into the King of Pentacles. Let's take a look under here. Yeah, she took that leap of faith. She took that leap of faith and got justice. She turned into the King of Pentacles. I told you there's no gender. Look, and somebody's triggered by it. They are triggered. Okay, so let's get some of these collective. Let's get some of these. Okay, tell us about, look, drinking in reverse, toxic lifestyle in reverse. So they must have found out that this individual lied. Okay, the Queen of Wands do not have a toxic lifestyle. Tell us more, Holy Spirit, about the communication. Yeah, they wasn't being exclusive. Exclusive in reverse. Dishonesty, deception, and trickery in reverse. So someone lied and said that the Queen of Wands wasn't exclusive. Okay? It was a lie. Yeah. So they tried to say that the Queen of Wands was trickery. Okay, that she was deceptive. Okay, that she was dishonest. So that's what these friends told this King of Cups. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Bounce, gratitude, be happy, grateful, great attitude. Life can't keep you down. Bounce back. Yeah, the bunny. It was in reverse. So somebody can't bounce back from what they're going through right now. Yep. There ain't no bouncing back. Whatever they're going through, this King of Cups, whatever he's going through, he cannot bounce back from it. All because they wanted status. We got to find out, what did they do? Yeah. I told you, collective. He want revenge on this Queen of Wands because she went through a spiritual awakening. He want revenge on her for that. Isn't that crazy? Wow. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, he want revenge on her for that. Tell us about the Ace of Swords in reverse. What was the lie? Oh, look at here, collective. He wanted to come in and try to act like he wasn't a wolf in sheep's clothing. That was in reverse. This King of Cups was a wolf in sheep's clothing. He tried to pretend that he wasn't a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? He's mad because there's no relationship. Because you broke up and walked away. He's trying to get photo proof of something. Okay? Budding star, first blush, bursting out on the scene. So, collective, you bust out of the situation, came back on the scene, you left the situation, you took your boxes and you moved on. You released the situation, Birkenau. Okay, the family, you released them. Okay, you got rid of all the toxicities. And boom, you're a budding star. Go, collective, go. Go, collective, go. Don't never, ever let anybody dictate to you what you should do, how you should do it, how you should move. Never. You go inside internally and find out your answers. Okay, because when I first started my journey, this was almost 11 years ago. There was a bunch of readers online I used to listen to, and I used to go against what they were saying. And I could feel the force pushing up against me because they was lying. I was like, no, why are they telling people this is true love? This is not true love. This is not what love is supposed to be. And I was right, collective. But anyway, let's get back to the reading. So we have Ferris wheel. What goes up must come down. Bad will pass. Good will come. Repeating cycles, getting a higher view. So somebody is going through a lot of cycles. Okay. And what they threw out is coming back to them. Okay. No goodwill will come. Repeating cycles, getting a higher view. Goodwill will come. Repeating cycles and getting a higher view. So this female, she had to take a step back and get a higher view at the situation because it didn't add up. Okay, and she didn't want to keep going through the same damn cycle. So she must have realized there was a pattern, okay, in this relationship. Okay, and that's what we here to heal. We are here to heal our past patterns. Okay, old toxic ways, old toxic people, old toxic relationships. And she got on this Ferris wheel, went up to the higher power, found out what she needed, and brought it back down. Okay, and that must have been some information because she came out like this. Finding out that this dude had too much pride. He was arrogant. He's got a big ego and he was stubborn. Okay, so she got a higher view to find out about this individual. And that's why she had to release the situation. Rain, cleansing, looking at the bright side, silver lining, tears that heal, revealing, going within. I just said that. Soul searching. Growth potential washes away what was. Yeah. So somebody right now is in their emotions about the situation. Okay. They're very upset. As we saw this trigger card, they're triggered about the situation that this female chose to have a rebirth. Where we at? Awakening. She had her awakening, and this individual want revenge, all because she chose herself. And he's all in his emotions, okay, this King of Cups, okay, and, I mean, what could we tell him, okay? He want revenge over something stupid because somebody else had a spiritual awakening. So I think he's a little jealous because he didn't have one. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Okay? So she had to leave the family, and now he's trying to get some evidence. Why is he trying to get evidence? What's he trying to get evidence on? Maybe he's trying to get evidence on her releasing him. We're going to find out. So, yeah, undercover, quick exit, cheater, dangerous activity, and leave. Yeah, so he was trying to get evidence that you was cheating. When y'all was in a relationship. Tell, receptive and clear. Clarity, thoughts, great communication, know thyself. Yeah, and she knew herself. So she knew what she was communicating to this King of Cups was the truth. Okay, that she had to let him go because he wanted to start drama with all his little friends who were fake. Look at them. They're fake. Yeah, y'all are interested. Yeah. So this Queen of Cups is uninterested in this drama. She don't want no part of it. She walked away. Okay, because this individual was giving mixed signals. Okay, and now he thought she was going to be clingy. And he was having hope that she would still have feelings. Yeah, well, guess what? He needs to go get a checkup. Okay, because he's a joker. Okay, so he was playing her the whole time. He ghosted. He's ghosted her. He was being a coward. He did a disappearing act. And he wanted you to feel like you was fated to be alone. You wasn't. And then they were sitting back sipping the tea and gossiping while he was out dating. Okay, looking for somebody to marry for money. Okay, so he brought in somebody. He brought in an offer. Okay, because he wanted to cause tension. And then he was going to walk away. The offer was dirty because there was a phony. Okay. And you saw your value, collective. Very good. You made the most of your day. You were successful. Okay. In the end. Okay. Profitable business. Your business, you started up your business. Necessary and hard work. Don't work for pennies. Yeah. You did good, collective. At the bottom, we have Bonnie and Clyde. So this individual got with another woman, okay, and they was going to come for you, okay, because he was looking for somebody to marry for money. But now he's in his feelings, wanting to be all fucking clingy. I'm sorry, wanting to be clingy, okay. He's in his feelings, okay. He had hope that you would be clingy. Well, boy, did he get a surprise. Look, this he has addictions, okay? And he need to go to the hospital because I think he got something. Okay, collective, let's move on to another death. Where we at? We'll grab these, collective. We'll grab some of these. Okay. So this individual has addictions. Okay. They thought you was going to be holding on. You was going to be obsessive. And that you was going to be spying. But I got a feeling this individual is spying on you. Okay. They're toxic. They got attachments. They're on drugs and alcohol. And they have some serious obsessions. Okay. Tell us about the trickster. Yeah, look at a whole community. So they was working together with their friends to trick you. Yeah, they want to put on a false illusion like what you was thinking or what you was seeing wasn't true. Okay, so I got a feeling that this Queen of Wands right here suspected this King of Cups was cheating and had a toxic lifestyle. But he denied it. But she knew it was true. Okay? And he was working with the community. Okay? To get revenge. Tell us about the stethoscope. The health card. Get well, be well, get a checkup. Yeah, look at here. Yeah, he thought he was going to get sudden wealth. No. And then he was with a fake person. Okay? He was with somebody he married for money. She was a fake person. Okay, but sudden wealth in reverse. And then we got fake person in reverse. So sudden wealth in reverse. He didn't get sudden wealth. And this wasn't his fake person. This was his real person. But he was being toxic. Okay. And she didn't live a toxic lifestyle. Okay. So they were supposed to be in a reunion. But he got with these fake friends. Okay. Where'd they go? We got him out here somewhere. Okay. He got with the fake friends and things didn't go too good. Okay, I don't know what we did with the fake friends. They don't even want to come back out. So let's leave their asses where they want to go. Hit it. So he got with the fake friends. Okay, and he married someone for money. Now he got legal issues because of what he did to the gift. So God gave him this gift, but he didn't want it. He wanted to be a wealthy man, but he didn't want to do the work for it. Yeah, look. A coffin's here. So something ended with this mature woman who put in the work, okay, to make a change. Okay, and she is the official person. Now we have a fake person here who put in toil and labor with this main male, and now they're in poverty. Okay, collective, we're going to close it out. We're going to get a couple of these. Okay, we're just going to get a few of these. We're not going to get a whole bunch. Okay, because I got a feeling what we need is right here. Okay, we're going to get a couple of these. And then we're going to pull a couple of these, and then we'll be done. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. So we have someone right now who's offended. They are very offended right now. Look at his face. He's in shock and disbelief. Well, she is. Give us another one, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Affluent. Yeah, affluent. Yeah, so this person has a lot of influence. So she must be part of her community and well respected. Yeah, we got hyper in reverse. So someone is losing a lot of energy. Yeah, they're not hyper at all. And at the bottom we have stimulated. Someone is very stimulated off of this situation. Okay. So, we're going to close it out with, we'll grab some of these. Shadow healing. So, we have someone who's offended. I'm surprised. I got this card the other day. I'd be cracking up. The grossed out one. That one be having me cracking up. Okay, so we'll let the train go by. I live right across the street from the commuter rail. Offended? Tell us why they offended. They got so much anguish. My God. Look it. They offended and they got so much anguish. Sheesh. You are feeling hurt, upset, insulted by something someone said or did. Yeah, they feel offended. They got a lot of anguish. Simply knowing there is an end to this feeling of sorrow is the very beginning of your healing process. So someone's realizing that this is the beginning of their healing process because they're feeling all these different emotions. They need to make a trip to the doctor. Okay. They have, collective. I just saw this. They put in toil and labor to end someone, to end this Queen of Cups. Yeah, they put in work to end her. Yeah, because they want to be a wealthy man. And they wanted to be an official person. So they figured they could make a change. Okay. Look. They figured this mature woman would put in the work to make the change. To make a change. This community was watching. There were a bunch of tricksters. And they were all working together. Because they wanted revenge. Because they wanted revenge. Because the Queen of Cups went through her awakening. Let's see what's affluent is he doing here. Why is affluent here? Yeah. A cheater. Yeah. Being descent only relates to those who play fair. So it's your choice to play by the rules or bend them as long as you are fair and reasonable. Play hard. Yeah, someone wasn't being fair. Yeah. They wanted to be they wanted to influence the other people. They want to be an influence to this community. Let's see why they're not hyper. Why is hyper in reverse? Bemused in reverse. So someone's not very happy. It's one of those, I can't believe it, believe that just happened moments. Find the fun and stop shaking your head. No harm was intended. Yeah, this is in reverse though. It was harm intended and someone is being drained. Okay? They are being drained by this community. Okay? And their addictions and their triggers. My God, that's a lot of drama. Yeah, see? Yeah, they tensed. Yeah, with the addictions. Yeah, because someone walked away. They're in their feelings. They was hoping. Look. They was hoping. Now let's find out about stimulated. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, okay, we got discontentment in reverse. So they are stimulated because somebody else is content. Okay, so they are getting worked up, fired up. Yeah. They are getting worked. Look, you saw how them cards pop? They are getting worked up, fired up. And they feel confused about this gift. They feel confused, collective. Let's see, we're going to get a couple more to wrap it up. Hold on, I got a better choice to wrap it. So let's see how we going to close this out. What y'all want to know? What are their plans? What they going to do? We'll find out. Okay, we'll find out about the community. And we'll find out what the King of Cups is going to do. And we're going to find out about the Queen of Wands. Okay, that takes care of everybody. So that's the community. That's the King of Cups. And this is the Queen of Wands. Okay. Okay, collective. Let's knock the energy out. Okay, because I don't think I saged these, so knock the energy out. So tell us about the community. What do they want? What do the community want? Okay, they want to stop eavesdropping. So the community want to stop eavesdropping. Okay, it says secretly listening in, not minding their own business. So now the community wants to mind their own business. They said, no, we don't want no parts of it. So this community must be getting some type of karma because they don't want to eavesdrop no more. Tell us about the King of Cups. Tell us about the King of Cups. Yeah, self-pleasure. Self-satisfied, instantly doing things for you. Yeah. This guy right here. This guy right here. Self-pleasure. This guy right here. Self-satisfying, instantly doing things for you is very selfish. Look it. He got the heart holding on to it. Oh my God. Look at it. That's awful. It looked like he got spikes coming out of his heart. Oh, what's on his hands? Look at all that stuff on his hands. He got to go to the hospital. He got yucky stuff all on his hands and stuff. This dude been doing some self-pleasuring, probably doing love spells. Okay, and at the bottom we got, yeah, intrusion, forcible by entry, not minding their own business. Yeah, they was doing something all up in somebody's business instead of minding their own. Yeah, intrusion, trying to force their way into a situation. Mad because somebody's on top and winning. Yeah. So this distorted masculine is very upset. He wants you to just say it's water under the bridge. Tell him no, it don't work like that. It's not water under the bridge. No. So they went out and they got a starter wife. Okay. Supportive through thick and thin, but easily discarded after spouse has achieved goals. So once they get everything they want from the female, they discard them. But then they ran into a top dog boss, a boss babe who leveled up penthouse status. Didn't I say over here that she found herself? Where they at? She found herself and put herself back together. She ended up being the top dog. Yeah. So he left her for this community. Where they at? He left her to be with a false person who's now there in poverty. Here they go. He left her for a false person. Don't try to run away now. You see her trying to escape? He left for a false person. And now they in poverty. Didn't I tell you that? Well, I didn't tell you. I told my collective a while back, of course, if you look at one of my videos, that these people was going into poverty. Okay, and now he want to call it water under the bridge and try to come back to the top dog, I bet you. They call a fire starter. Yeah, he had choices, choosing one over another, deciding between options. So this dude had a lot of options out here. Collective, to be honest with you, on these journeys like this, these soulmate journeys, this twin flame journey stuff, yo, I'm going to tell you right now, these people are liars. These people, you got to do some serious investigations and make sure that the people that they say that you're supposed to be partnered up with is your real people, because sometimes it be a karmic test. You know, sometimes it be a test from the divine to see if you're ready for your next level. Okay? So you got to be on point and ready. Somebody wants to love bomb you. Okay? Somebody wants to love bomb you, okay, and divine calling, higher purpose, destiny fulfilled. Yeah, you found your divine calling. Don't let this person come in and take away this status from you. Okay, you're a boss. Okay, and they want to come in and they want to mess up what you got. They want to put an end to that shit. They don't want you to put in the toil and labor. Okay, they don't want you to become a wealthy person. Look, they want to be here. Look at this. Fake on you. Okay, now I see a couple of real pictures real people in this picture. So everybody ain't fake. You got two people out here who's helping, who's on your side. Okay? And I heard one of our other readers today, and oh my God, I love all our readers on YouTube, all of y'all. I think you're all beautiful. Okay, I heard one of my readers today on YouTube that I listened to saying that, you know, the spiritual community, you know, you do got to be careful on who you listen to and who you get information from because, like I said, when I first started my journey, okay, I used to listen to this reader and I used to, my spirit was fighting it. Like, no, I kept saying, because at the beginning of the journey, you know, you get excited. You be like, oh my God, there's somebody out there just like me. Okay, and you get excited and they kind of pump you up and make you believe it's some type of real love. But no, it's a lesson. And I'm grateful to have go through my lesson because it taught me who I am. It taught me how to use my spiritual gifts. Okay, I'm really, really grateful to Mother, Father, God, okay, for bringing me into this situation because without these lessons, we wouldn't be the people we are. We wouldn't be as smart as we are. We wouldn't be using our intuitions the way we do. We wouldn't pick up on situations like we do. We wouldn't get ourselves out of situations like we do. So, yes, I'm really grateful for my journey. I'm grateful for everybody on my journey to help me get to where I need to be. I want y'all to stay safe out here. Take your cleansing baths. Okay, make sure you stay prayed up, get your protection oils or whatever you use to protect yourself from these dark magics because like Dorita said, there's a lot of people out here who will laugh in your face, okay, and the whole time they want to take your place. They're backstabbers. Okay, when I used to hear that record as a kid, I used to crack up laughing because I was like, what is that backstabber? Well, now I found out what backstabbers are. I had some witches and warlocks coming after me, throwing everything they had at me. Okay, only thing I had was Mother, Father, God, okay, to get me through that storm. And believe me, I went through a lot of stuff you guys went through. Okay, they tried to take my house. They tried to unalive me. They tried to put me through a humiliation campaign, you know, the humiliation ritual. You know, they tried to do a lot of things, but you know what I did, collective? I danced on them, okay? I gave them what they was looking for. I put it on them every time, and I suggest y'all keep popping it too. Love y'all. Y'all stay prayed up. God loves you. I love you. Anytime you need to talk to me, reach out and we could chittity chat because I love talking to my Star Seed family. Y'all have a blessed one. Thank you.